Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review for M3GAN. Alright, so there's a couple questions that I'm going to answer in this video, in this review. Should you watch this movie? Is it funny? Is the curse of January broken? Those are all questions that we're going to answer here today. So, it's written by Keela Cooper, and if you don't know who she is, she wrote Hellfest in 2018, and she worked with James Wan on writing Malignant, so that's kind of her credits. That's the first piece of the puzzle. The second piece of the puzzle is Gerald Johnson, who directed this movie, and he directed Housebound. That's his last movie. That movie is amazing. It's super funny. It's a horror comedy. I highly recommend you search out and watch Housebound, because it's amazing. If we're talking about movies that are great, watch Housebound. Anyway, second piece of the puzzle. Is this funny? I think it is. I think it is meant to be funny, and I'd heard some people coming out of this movie being like, hey, we're laughing at this movie, but is it supposed to be that way? And the two pieces of information I just gave you should tell you that yes, this is very much supposed to be satire, and it's supposed to be funny, and it was. I mean, my audience definitely laughed, even though there was like 4 people in this audience. I mean, it's a Thursday night screening. It's not like the world's there watching it with me. Anyway, but they all laughed. There's a couple parts in it that it was kind of silent, and then everybody did laugh. So I really enjoyed it. You know, overall, I think it is a fun horror movie, little horror movie, especially in January. And so let's answer the third question before we get into the brief synopsis and my overall review. Does this break the January curse? So, last year we got Scream. And so I was like, okay, this may be a coincidence. This is the first great horror movie that we've gotten in January. Second time, man, we're on a roll. So I think, you know, for the second January in a row, we've gotten a decent horror movie. Now next year, we got to wait a whole calendar year to really answer this question. Can we get the threequel? Can there be 3 solid years of decent horror movies? I guess we'll have to find out. I guess you have to take this journey with me until we get there next year. But anyway, let's get on to the actual review of the movie. So the synopsis of this movie is basically that there's an accident in the beginning. Katie, the little girl, goes to live with her aunt, and aunt works for aunt. Like she's not a thing. Her aunt works for a toy company that makes these little messed up Furby looking things, and they interact on the iPad. You can feed them, they poop, they do all this weird shit, and of course there are definitely in-app purchases for this. That's how they're making all their damn money. But the aunt has been working on this prototype AI doll that she's calling M3GAN, and so when the tragedy happens in the beginning of this movie, it kind of forces her to finish this project. Her boss wants her to scrap it and work on this cheaper model of the toy, but she's like, you know what? I'm gonna continue on, and so she builds M3GAN. M3GAN is then imprinted to Katie, and her one goal from then is to protect her at all costs. I really thought this was great, man. One, her outfits are amazing. You know, for this little doll that's a murderous doll, she gets way better outfits than Chucky did. You know, I'm just saying, Chucky's in that one outfit the whole time, and this girl's changing outfits every 20 minutes. And so I thought that was a great touch, and not just keeping her in the same outfit and making her kind of this off presence that oh no, she is a doll, but she kind of looks like a girl, but she's also changing outfits like a person would. So I thought that was a great touch. But anyway, I think it's really funny. I think it's definitely worth watching. You know, it's a great start to the year. Is the movie perfect? No. Is there stuff to come in the movie? Yes. I'm not going to get into that, but I think there might be something really great here. M3GAN as a whole is a great character. Obviously hyper intelligent because she's an artificial intelligence, and the way that she controls people and situations towards the end of this movie is pretty awesome. So, like I said, that's kind of all I have to say about the movie. Great writer, great director. I'm looking forward to what comes from both of them. If there is a sequel to this movie, I would definitely watch that. But time will tell if that happens. This is Blumhouse, so it's hit or miss. That's all I've got. Let me know down below. Are you going to see this movie? And if you've seen this movie, what did you think about this movie? Let me know all that down below. Start a conversation about M3GAN. What else are you excited for this year? All right, so that's it. I'm going to leave you with a couple videos to continue the journey here on the channel. And to do that, since it's the beginning of the year and you may be new here, I'm going to link my best horror movies of 2022 and my worst horror movies of 2022. Until next time, don't forget, some doors should never be open, and I'll talk to you guys soon.